Well, good morning, everybody. Happy Saturday. It's Pastor Austin, just here getting ready, making sure things are ready for tomorrow as we have back to church Sunday. Tomorrow, it's a day that, now some of it's already been coming back to church, but back to church Sunday is a time where we kind of say goodbye to summer and usher in the fall, as people are not on vacation anymore, and school has started by now. All you boys and girls are back in school, and maybe you haven't been back since we came back after a whole COVID-19, which is still going on, so I understand that not everybody's going to come back, but we would love to see you. We would love to see you here. We have breakfast at 9, 10 o'clock Sunday school, 11 o'clock is week 2 of our series on prayer, and yeah, it's going to be a good time. But today, we are in week number 3 of our devotional series on Saturdays called Disciple Me, as we talk about being a disciple of Jesus.
Third time's a charm. Third time's a charm.
No, it's fine.
Start it over.
It's fine.
I want to hear that one more time. I want to hear.
You can listen to it.
Welcome, boys and girls. Again, come on.
No.
Let's start it over.
No.
Start it over in the same video.
We are in week number 3 of our series on discipleship, being a faithful follower of Jesus, because as boys and girls who love Jesus, we should want to be a follower who follows after Jesus faithfully. Now, we started talking about 2 weeks ago about how we are somebody who needs a Savior, who we can't save ourselves, that we need Jesus to come rescue us. That was 2 weeks ago. And last week we talked about how the minions in the Despicable Me movie were always helping Gru find the secret weapon they needed. We talked about how the Bible is our secret weapon. And speaking of the minions are always distracted by one thing. They go crazy for this one thing, and that is a banana. They absolutely love the bananas all the time. They want to eat the bananas. As soon as they see a banana, they freak out, and they get so distracted from the mission because of bananas. And boys and girls, as we want to be faithful followers of Jesus, we need to keep our eyes on Jesus at all the time. There are many other distractions. There are many things that may try to distract us and get us to shift our focus away. Reminds me of a story of Peter walking on water. Now, he was in a storm, and I usually tell this story to talk about how sometimes we look at our problems and forget about Jesus, but it could also be he just got distracted. He was looking at Jesus, and he got distracted from Jesus, who is right there. And he got distracted, and because of his distractions, we all know the story. He started to drown, and Jesus grabbed him and helped him out. But we need to not be distracted. Again, there are going to be distractions, not bad things, but are things that tempt you and distract you. And those things we have to be on the lookout for. And it's those things, if we're not careful, will take the number 1 spot. And it could be anything. We've talked about this before. But to be a faithful follower of Jesus, to be a disciple, we have to not be tempted by the distractions that may be in our life. And that's all of us. That's adults, that's teenagers, that's junior hires, that's kids in elementary school, just like you guys. We have to stay focused on what matters most. Now, the 12 disciples, they were focused, except for Judas. But the rest of them, the other 11, were focused on Jesus, and they weren't distracted by other things. And if we want to be like that, that's what we need to do. The devil will try and come, and he'll try to tempt us and distract us. Whereas myself and Andrew and all our volunteers have said that relationship is the most important thing, and we want to be loyal, and we want to be going after Jesus everything we got. And the minions are loyal, and we're going to talk about that next week, a little segue into next week. We are going to talk about how loyal those minions are to Gru next week. But until then, praying for you guys, praying for all of us, that we don't get distracted by things, that we keep our eyes on Jesus. And we keep our eyes on the one who matters. So, we love you. God bless you. And we will see you tomorrow. Again, back to church Sunday. Come on back. We got breakfast, Sunday school, week 2 of our series on prayer. It's going to be a good time. Then, of course, we got 6 p.m. Tomorrow night as well, all right? So, God bless you, and stay safe.